Okay, I think we're live. Let's give it a little bit of time and see who comes in. What I need to do is perhaps share this, or maybe not. We'll have it for you guys to watch in the future. So I should open a nomics page. I'll keep it off. Okay, so I'll keep it off screen and just go through it. So we've covered some of the coins today. We won't go over them again. You would have to go watch my 15-minute video earlier to go check the top 16 coins that we looked at, or the top 15 coins that we looked at. So we'll continue from there at number 17, FTX. But firstly, let's just quickly talk about where this channel is going. So I'm just going to continue sharing the overall market, as that is what I enjoy doing. I like watching charts, and I need to stay productive, and I still suggest people go 90% of their portfolio into a long-term position. It could be anything, but store it offline on a hardware wallet or MetaMask if you prefer to start now. But get yourself a Ledger or a TREZOR. There are links in the description down below. Yeah, but I'll continue covering Hex, obviously, Hedron and all those things. So yeah, I mean, I'm 90% exposed to Hex, so you guys must obviously understand that. Other than that, it seems the market is incredibly bullish. Some of the altcoins, the older altcoins, are having their day, especially VeChain and Zilliqa and all of those classic coins. We're just under 1 trillion total market cap. So yeah, we're about to pop out of here. I mean, lots of charts are very, very, very bullish. What's up, Buffalo on the beat? Yeah, we're live. I'm looking for loose change on the couch so I can load up on the coins on your video. Yeah, dude, tell me about it, eh? Yeah, I will. Just remember, one of my principles are to manage your risk properly. That's just a fancy way of saying that I never risk more than 5% on any which coin, right? On any which risky trade, right? This is a marathon, not a race, and the most important thing is not to get yourself wrecked. So on the 4-hourly here, we should just, I mean, there's lots of divergences on Hex right now on the 4-hourly, so it looks a little bit toppy, but very bullish still. Someone got sandwich attack to the extreme up here, unfortunately. So someone put an order in front of him. There's probably someone that was trading on MRI. Hey BP, I am live once, yes. What's up? I am very good, eh? I can't complain. Can we briefly talk about why you activate and deactivate certain Fibonacci levels? Which one are your favorites? I've seen you comment this on someone else's video as well. Yeah, let's just briefly cover that. So on the Bitcoin chart here, let's go to one that trades. I want to look at Bybit's chart. Most of the volumes are traded on leveraged exchanges, right? So where should I start? We can start on long time frames, higher time frames. Let's start from the beginning. So we'll pull on Fibonacci from the bottom to the top, and if you're looking at long-term time frames, especially if you're a beginner, you should be looking at your long-term time frames, and the ones I choose are the 61.8 and the 78.6 level. Pretty much, if you're going to be using any level, if you're going to be just using one, it should be the 61.8, because that is the golden ratio. This is the ratio that is the ratio between males' hips and their shoulders. The perfect ratio is 0.618. That is the most attractive to the human eye, and it plays out in many aspects of our lives. The universe is finely tuned. Yeah, and you can see it in flowers. Just YouTube it. So, but either way, the area between the 61.8. What I'm trying to do is the values are hidden. And I do not know where. Okay, so yeah, there's the 61.8. It's just on this side, either way. So this is where you accumulate for the long term, the little old lady. And you can use these levels on the short term as well, but I only look at these two and then the 88.6 as well. This is valid in cryptocurrency land because these things tend to come down all the way down to the 88.6 level. So yeah, those are the ones I use. If you're trading shorter term time frames, which I do not suggest you do because you might get wrecked, you might use the 382. I can't remember which. Yeah, it's not valid either way. I just use those two. It's the only thing that is the, yeah, ignore the 38.2, just the 61.8 and the 78.6 and the 88.6. Those are the level I'm interested in. Okay, I hope that answers your question. In your off time, do you chop down trees, scale large snow-capped mountains, and wear suspenders? You always say no. You always say I shouldn't make purchases of your recommendation, but if I had more money, I totally would, lol. Yeah, I do. I have that same problem. I wish I had more money so I can invest in all the coins, because I'm addicted to this, dude. Okay, yeah, let's go down the board and cover some. So, FTT, Sam Bankman-Fried. This is already taken off. This is the 4-hourly. I'm going to go through this very quickly so you can cover as much as possible. Nosebleed section, right, we're not interested up there. Remember what I told you? I'm only interested in the 61.8, 78.6, and the 88.6 level down here. We came down here briefly. You should have gotten it here. You got that choice previously. Now, these exchange tokens do not like coming down to the 61.8, and neither do they want to spend a lot of time down here. Lots of the, yeah, you could say it's manipulated, but everything is manipulated. Look at this beautiful W here, and it's already broken out. I mean, your first target. No, is it valid? Yeah. Let's get down to the daily. I'm confused myself now. A smaller one down here, perhaps. Yeah, either way, this is the nosebleed section. Nosebleed section. We're not interested up here. The little lady wants to be low, the 61.8, not up here. that's very risky. Because there's a lots more coins that are down there, right? Let's look at Matic. This had an intimate, could have had an intimate relationship with Hex, right? Can't be interested up here, right? No speed section, we want to get it down here. We'll just move on and leave it at that. Crow, one of the exchanges that might be listing us, because there is beautiful W. Their coins are actually trading with quite a lot of volume on Pulse X. Now the problem is we just need to find an exchange that has, oh, this is beautiful. I mean, the USD chart looks great. Beautiful W. So technically speaking, for the little old lady, this is a go. It looks a lot like Hex, or not really. This has better market structure, better higher lows. I mean, relatively speaking, it's all relative, right? There's some like even this chart, what's this, Dex Tools chart actually shows up a W on the daily for Hex, and yeah, very beautiful. So that is also, like, all of the charts look like this. Now Hex has already done its retest. We've talked about this. You can watch my video earlier. We won't cover it again. That was Crow. Let's look at Crow versus Bitcoin quickly. Yeah, a very weird chart on the let's put on the 61.8 and the 78.6 level. Now I wanted it to go much deeper, right, if you guys watched my videos, but things change, and as Richard Hart says, if your worldview changes, or if the world changes, you need to change your opinion. Although we haven't seen catastrophic breakdown yet on the dominance, some of the altcoins look really well good, yeah. DAI, Litecoin. Will Litecoin ever recover? Now you guys can get most of these coins on Binance if you do not have an account yet. I have a link in the description down below which gives you 30% discounts. No, this is just terrible death. There might be a small W on the daily. Yeah, a small little W. So technically we are on an uptrend. Has this played out already? Yeah, so it's played out. Generally when these W's play out, that you get a retracement. So the little lady, if she's going to throw anything at this, it's going to be a very small percentage. And it's been dying for a very, very long time. But it doesn't mean the little lady can't get a nice double over here. And in fact, if you bought the bottom, you still wouldn't have gotten a double. So yeah, very risky play, very short, very small percentages. And if you're trading on centralized exchanges, I mean, fees aren't an issue, right? Especially if you're using referral links and you're using Binance Coin as well on top of that. Yeah. Yeah, and any support I get from this channel, guys know where it's going. Like, it's going right back into Hex. So, K4K mentioned that recently. I don't know why not more people talk about it. Remember, I've exposed at least thousands of people to Hex through this channel, right? From talking to altcoins, and I still stand by. Crypto was made to get your coins off exchanges and getting rid of third parties, but there's nothing wrong with playing the market with a small percentage of your coins on a trusted exchange. Now, I'm not saying Binance is trusted, but yeah. So yeah, I mean, Atom Cosmos is also a layer one coin. It's been performing very well as expected. I mean, Pulse Chain is probably going to be the last layer one released. So before we have the cycle top, if in fact this bull market continues this year. So I've been talking a lot. Let me see what you guys are seeing. Oh, you in your off. Did the market bottom yet? Lyman Ortega, it does look like that, dude. I mean, look at Zilica. I hope some of you still have these positions. Like Zilica, damn. It has been one of our favorite coins that we talked about. It's also a layer one. It hasn't really been performing well. I wonder if they've gotten some news. But once again, do you guys see that beautiful double bottom or a W at the bottom here? Remember, we were looking for higher lows. Am I saying that right? Yes. Let me draw that in for you. Higher lows, right? That's your W. And as soon as you get the breakout, now you obviously this is overperformance, right? And there's lots of coins. We'll even look at VeChain quickly. Boom. You see that double? Now we've got a free position. You're selling off on a double. You've got a free position in this coin. And you can go and reinvest that double that you sold somewhere else. Maybe something that's still in the reload zone. Like Hex is still down here. It's starting to pump out of its reload zone. Boom, over here. Now, we're still inside it, right? There's still a lot of time for us to be accumulating these things as little old ladies, right? Now, you're responsible for your own decisions, right? You can learn the little old lady. There's all links in the description down below. If you want a 50% discount, you can send me BNB or on any of the EVM chains. You can get it for 50% discount. Just email me or send me a DM on Twitter or Telegram, and I'll get back to you guys as soon as possible, right? Learn it yourself, so you're not reliant on someone else, because if you're going to be taking my calls blindly, you are going to get wrecked, right? Okay, did we hit the bottom for BTC? Okay, how do you feel about indicators like Heikinashi? I've never used Heikinashi, smooth buy sell, don't know what that is. Someone told me to look at it on the weekly. Have you ever tried something like that? I only discovered crypto 1 year ago. Dude, it's amazing that you find Hex. Like, I wish I found that safe haven. Like, that's the thing. Like, build your safe ladder. Watch someone like dollar cost crypto and set up a ladder and get your coins off exchanges, and then with a small percentage of your coins, do the little old lady strategy, right? I have no idea how it works. It looks cool. We are on the green. I know it's like more of a momentum, and obviously we can see that we've got lots of green momentum. Last time we've had this momentum was back here, but this looks better because we have a little bit of market structure here, a higher low. Whereas here, this was a V bottom. As you guys can see, crypto likes to make a little double bottom or a W at the bottom and then pops off from there. Did we hit the bottom for BTC? Dude, yeah, so let's quickly look at Bitcoin on the Bybit chart for the short term, BTC, USD, and we'll get right back into, if you guys want to leverage trade, Bybit is by far the one that has the less ridiculous wicks. Now, this is for professionals, right? If you do not know what you're doing and you do not know how to trade these M's, you're going to get wrecked, right? Either way, on the hourly, I've been looking at this chart a lot. We've got many W's. and all of these have broken out. Many of them already have broken out, right? So let me just get my. So we've hit this. Now we're retracing. We're on an amazing uptrend. Yeah. So to answer your question shortly, you know, I can't, as a little old lady, be accumulating up here. This is the nosebleed section. But it does not mean Bitcoin's not done its run yet, right? So I literally can't tell you to get Bitcoin here. But maybe you've got some USD that you can trade on the short term, but I won't be getting any here, right? We're just using it as an indicator for the rest of the market. But on the larger time frames, massive W here. Let's go down to the daily. Yeah, so we're literally on the brink of breaking out. You see this massive W over here? Very, very good market structure. And we even came down to make a third one. Now your breakout level is up here at 45,800. And the market is just going to go incredibly bullish. And you can see that some of the altcoins are already expecting that to happen. And I think just it coincides with the hex bottom. Not to say that it's correlated in any way. So as soon as we break up here, the fireworks are going to go. And in fact, we're testing resistance like all the way. It looks really, really good. The stock market, the S&P has definitely bottomed. It has a massive engulfing candle on the weekly. Just my dog is snoring next to me, so just ignore the thing. Yeah, so this takes you all the way up to almost like 60k. This W breakout. Now these patterns are no joke, right? And Ethereum as well. You can see I've drawn on this chart all of the W breakouts, and we've already had a breakout here. It looks really good. Loving the charts. Thank you, dude. My worldview is slowly changing to that of the little old lady. Now, for Hex, I mean, this is where we want this thing, and you will never hear me in the future. Now, I've made, unfortunately, I was bullish up here, which was absolutely stupid. As I've drilled these things into my brain thousands of times, you're going to get irritated by me if you've listened to me for quite a while. But yeah, I should never be interested here. You're interested down in a year, and we've waited for this to happen all this time, right? Since here, this wick came down very quickly, but I mean, since up here, we were waiting for reload zones, and it became the norm that I think there might even be a quote of me saying that we might never come down to the 61.8. How stupid that is, because nothing in the market. It's just simply human emotions, and you can't disregard human emotion. Oh, great. Happy to catch you live. Awesome. Are you sponsored by Hex? No, of course not. Hex, there's no sponsors in Hex. I wish I was sponsored by Hex. It's an honest question I bought some 2 weeks ago. No, I'm honestly serious. Hex is a community driven coin. Is literally, I am heavily invested in Hex, right? So not sponsored at all by Hex, right? That in fact no one is sponsored by it. All the videos you see about Hex is community people, right? That literally do it because they're holding the coin. That's the only incentive they have. And maybe you buy a ledger from one of my links, right? If you take it off exchanges. But I mean, that's nothing, and you're getting something out of it as well. But you're supporting the channel. Yeah, not sponsored at all. They don't sponsor anyone. Zillow is because you cannot sell only on exchanges, it seems. And I could not send Zillow to exchange. They didn't accept deposits. So Zilliqa is not on the ERC20 chain anymore. They have their own their own chain, just like I don't think it's an EVM chain. Like my Zelica is still stuck in my wallet. I should actually, yeah, lol. I should actually cash that shit out. Because I still have the ERC20 token of that. I'll do that after this video. Like, I was part of the ICO of Zelica. That's how long I've been holding those coins. Ridiculous. Since 2017, right? 2018. Damn, I'm so glad that actually reminded me. I could not send Zelica to exchange because they didn't accept down deposits. So they might not be supporting or have a node for Zelica. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on there. Either way, can you check Stargate Finance? It just came out. Is it too late for the little old lady? So the little lady does quite well on the meme coins. But is it Stargate? Stargate Finance. Pancake Swap. Okay. Where might I find this? STG? If you can post the just copy, you see up here, oh, you can't see my token address, but maybe you can paste the token address for me, so I can find it, because trying to find it like that. STG, Stargate Finance, it just came out. Is it too late for the little lady? So there's going to be a lot of copies of it. Oh, here it is. Okay, I see it's trending. Yeah, so you just pull up your Fibonacci tool from the bottom to the top where it eventually tops out if you're already a little too late. Yeah, no split section, right? We'll go down to the hourly. Is there a fee on this coin? Because maybe we can participate in this. This looks topped out. You see the massive M here. Any divergences up here? Yeah, so we've got divergences all the way. This is probably a top here. So you just pull your Fibonacci tool up from the bottom all the way to the top, and remember where you're interested. I'm just wait, I accidentally remove the background, and you're interested. Do you hear that dog snoring? Yeah, down here it's very expensive. Volume, a lot of volume. What's that? 3 million market cap. What's this? Damn, three. What's that? Already like 3 billion. Watch it if you're interested. These are your levels. It might even come down to the 88.6 level, but the little old lady, remember, she ladders her position in here. I'm not responsible for you pulling the trigger. It might just continue up here. This is the node read section. You want doubles, that's why you want to get it down here. The lower you get it, the earlier your doubles are. Selling off on a double so you can get your position out and let the rest run. And if it comes back, if it tops out again, rinse and repeat, right? And that's how you make more BNB. Or this is wrapped ETH, so this is on Ethereum. Now, these things get rugged, right? They can remove the liquidity, which means that you cannot sell. There's nothing to sell. And there are thousands of coins or hundreds of coins released every day. And some of them get rugged, right? And people lose all of their money. That's why it's risky. That's why you're not allowed, or I am not allowed, this personal rules to put in more than $100 or $200 in one of these risky plays, because you will absolutely get destroyed. Please consider doing Little Lady Strategy Guide giveaway live on stream, or maybe one of your videos to the people, to the comments. Yeah, sure, why not? I can create what you call it, a discount code. But I mean, if you're going to be sending me BNB on the Binance chain, it should cost you literally nothing or Matic, or even you can just put a transaction for the max limit for 20 Gwei, and that transaction is going to cost you like, I mean, $1. But if you can't pay, I mean, $25 to learn the little lady strategy, you shouldn't be investing thousands on these coins and getting wrecked, right? Rather invest in yourself and learn it. Yeah, STG. Interesting. You can't get it up here. Literally, I know nothing about it. So, have you done a video on how to build the hex staking ladder? I want to do it, but on Pulse Chain. No, I don't. But there are lots of resources for you to go check it out. Is Baby Doge on the reload zone? I think have a decent market structure. Let's take a look at Baby Doge for you. Baby Dog. Baby Doge. Oh, these meme coins. Some of them probably look good, because if all of them look like Dogecoin and what do you call it? And SHIB, right? Oof. No, this is way too high, right? It's unfortunately above the reload zone. It almost came down to it. It might actually just come to it eventually, but it's not there yet. Not there yet, excuse me. This might just continue, as this is, as you say, beautiful about market structure. And we have broken out of this massive W, but we've unfortunately come down. Have you ever tried using the Fibonacci retracement tool backwards to try to predict it out? Yeah. I do it a lot. Now my Twitter was banned. You could have seen a lot on my Twitter. But yeah, I can show you how high I think Hex is going to go in the next. There are your targets. Your first target is at 77 cents. And the deeper your retracements, the higher your extensions are. Yeah, I am probably one of the more well-known. It's a meme sometimes, right? Because I do sometimes more ridiculous prediction, like I'm predicting like $12 by the end of the year, 12.33. But either way, there you go. I do use the extensions, yes, I do. You got a lot of questions. It's good, dude. I need to get view times on my streams so I can get monetization. I deleted all of my videos and I lost all of those views. I was stupid. Show how you do a limit order and matcha. Can I do that now? Yeah, what coin do you want to see? Okay. So say we want to buy Hex. See, I showed you guys how much Hex I have. Let me just lock my wallet. Hope I didn't dox myself. So I changed. You can't put a limit order on Ethereum because Ethereum's not an ERC20 token. It has to be wrapped Ethereum if you want to receive Ethereum. Then the limit order tab is going to be able to be up for you. Say you want to buy some Hex at 14 cents. You've missed this. This is how long you want the limit order to stay up, so you're going to probably wait for a long time, because I don't think it's coming back there for a little bit. This is if you're selling hex, right? We want to be receiving hex, in other words, buying hex. And how much USD we're willing to spend? We want to buy $1,000 of hex. That means when the price gets to 14 cents, we're going to sell 1,000 Ethereum to get this much. You review the limit order and you sign it. If you haven't given the contract permission to use your USDC, you're going to have to do a small transaction there, but if the gas fees are cheap, you can, and it's cheaper on for if you're American, very early in the mornings and on weekends, Sundays especially. Okay, see if there's questions. Okay, there's a limit order for you. Where can we see? Maybe we can try something harder, and if you want to buy, say we want to sell 5,000 hex at 20 cents, which is in the future, you'll see the limit order move up here. Do you see the white line? So when the hex price gets to 20 cents, we will sell 5,000 hex. Is this how much we will receive? Is that by a coincidence? We will sell 5,000? Yeah, what a coincidence. And then you'll see if, I'm stupid. Why is that a coincidence? Hedron USD, okay. You're going to have to get the contract address for Hedron. Let me show you how to get that. You go to hedron.pro, you press the Uniswap. You're going to see at the top here that there is a contract address. Now you can't see that on my screen probably. Yeah, you can't see it on my screen, but it's above there. I just copied the contract address. Or you can just go to Etherscan and find it up there. You then paste the contract up there, it comes up. Let's say we want to sell 1 billion, 1, 2, 3. At, this is the price now. Where do you want to sell it? At what price do you want to sell Hedron? Let's say we want to sell it on a double here. We bought at 2,600. We want to sell half on a double. We bought 1,000 here, so we want to sell half on a double. The double would be 5,200. So then we just change it to 5,200. Do you see I highlighted it there? Can I zoom in for you? I highlighted the 260 and I turned it to 520. Expires in 5 days. We're going to be selling 1 billion. We bought 1,000. Now I confused myself now for some reason. Okay, never mind. I do not know how much a billion hedrons cost now. But we're selling. Give me 1 second. I'm going to open the door for my dog. Okay, so we want to sell 1 billion hedron. If we bought 1 billion, we want to sell 500 million, right? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay. And that's how much we're going to get. You review it. Okay, if you're connected to MetaMask and you sign it, right? And just never mind. You keep it at that. Hopefully that helps you. Please enable super chats, bro. I don't think I can enable the super chats yet. I need to be monetized. Okay. Where do we change ZOL, do you think? Do you remember when they changed their own network? If still ZOL ERC, I could simply swap anyway. I have it on their Telegram. In fact, I'm on their Telegram. Go to Twitter, dude. Find them on Twitter and join their Telegram channel. There's, I think it's a ZOL bridge, dude. I can probably check it for you. But there's so many questions and things I want to go over. I'm gonna get distracted again. I think it's Zil.bridge or something like that. I'm pretty sure you'll find it if you Google it, Zilica Bridge. Simon, it's known as Mad Meerkat Finance, MMF, if you're going to have a commercial at the FIFA World Cup. Where are you at now? Let's look at MMF for him. I don't know if he wants us to look at it. Mad Meerkat Finance. No. While that loads, let's go over some. Please enable super chats. Yeah, I'm gonna get the others next week. I got a fat check. Awesome. I'm gonna start calling you Professor Carnivore. You do that, bro. How's sushi looking? If you're interested in this coin, obviously nosebleed section, right? Beautiful W breakout. Sushi. You can probably look at it on the DEX scanner. Let's see what sushi's doing. Let's see. It's probably listed on Binance, right? Let's see, USDT. Ooh, it's very cheap, eh? Now this is a pulse. This is where PulseX comes from, right? We're well within the reload zone. We're below the 88.6 level as well. So yeah, nothing is stopping the little old lady from getting a little bit here. And in fact, she's licking her chops because that is market structure. Because if I shoot a horizontal array here, you'll see that the bottom was not broken down here. This was the bottom. So you know what that is, right? I don't think I have to spell it out for you. You have a measured move, but these things tend to overperform, right? Especially in crypto land. No, I've stumped myself. Classical technical analysis states, Dow theory states that the market always tends to get back to the 61.0 or the 50%, which is over here. So it tends to at least to come retested. If it wants to die, if it wants to continue, it will continue to all-time highs, etc. So how many doubles on here? Let's round it off to 4. So you've got at least one double in here before it gets to the 50% with a free position in this coin. So sushi, yeah, it looks great, dude. It's even below the reload zone. This is where markets tend to bottom. It doesn't tend to bottom in the reload zone. They tend to bottom below, but some coins have lots of strength, so they'll just bounce into the reload zone. That's why she lowers her, ladders her positions in. Maybe 1% over here, 2% over here, and then her larger position at the 88.6 level, if it ever comes down there. Now, it did. It created a beautiful W down here, and I mean, lots of upside, right? Now you can meme it out and see, let's see where it goes into the future, right? 36 is your first target. Now that is almost a 12x in this coin. and selling off on a double, right? Taking your profits into something more stable like Hex and making a nice staking ladder, etc. But yeah, this is beautiful. Yeah, please smash the like button, guys. Thank you very much. And the subscribe, it all helps the algorithm. What project being built on Pulse Chain are you most looking forward to? Now, I've only sacrificed for the TREZOR coins. And I'll be catching Mintra, liquid loans, and all the other things in the reload zones at these levels and selling off on a double onto Pulse. So do follow the channel, because I'll be showing you guys what I'll be doing. I haven't sacrificed for them. We can look at what the liquid loans is a fork of liquidity. Let's bring it up here for you guys. It's a fork of this chart, this coin. And these coins, they tend to do this, right? So there's lots of time to get it. I mean, it does what all the other altcoins do. And it's forming a nice WS here as well. So I'll just, the release was horrible. I mean, not horrible, but there's lots of time to get it and to sell off on the doubles. Mintra, I'm not at all familiar with where it's forked from. So yeah, it all depends. I'll trade with a small percentage of my Pulse bag, and put small percentages here and there and sell half in a double. So that's what I always do. That's how I was able to build a large percentage in Hex. And yeah, that's how I can do what I do. So yeah, I'll be recording everything. Hopefully I stay consistent. You mentioned that we can stake Hex in a safe way. Where and how do we do that? So you have to check out hex.com, but after you've bought your Hex, you can stake it at go.hex.com. I can bring it up for you. Go.hex.com. I spelled it perfectly for you. Go.hex.com. You're going to connect your MetaMask. You're going to go to the stake tab up here. Hopefully you can see that. Maybe I should bring it up. Yeah, you can see the stake tab down here. You're going to enter the amount of Hex you want to stake. The longer you stake, for 5 years, if you stake for 5 years, you get 30% more T-shares. And if you stake for 10 years, you get another 30% T-shares. So that's how you max out. And then you can stake up to 15 years, 5, 5, 5, 5, which just locks in for that last 5 year, that interest rate, because you're never going to be able to get this interest rate that we're going to get now. And in 15 years from now, it's going to be something absolutely ridiculous. So the power is in the T-shares. You should learn that, but you might not understand it now. But get as much T-shares as possible. Have a stake that every year, or you can do it quarterly, but every year is probably the best right now because of the gas fees. And then you put 15 years, and then you start from the back and you build them towards the present with every year earlier. So 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, etc., etc. Yeah, so that's how you build a good staking ladder. So you'll put in the amount you want to stake it for as long as possible. I don't think anything lower than 1.5 years stake is viable. And the smaller amount that you're staking, the longer the stake has to be, right? Okay, and then you put in the amount of days, in days. So 365 for 1 year. 720 for 2 years, etc. Right? And then you press stake. It's going to be one transaction. You confirm that transaction, and there we go. Your stake is going to end up here. You can still end that stake before midnight ticks over. But after that, you cannot end that stake unless you've served half of it already. Otherwise, you're going to lose all of your principal. Do not end stake before your promise, okay? Stick to your promise. This is a truth engine, and if you break that promise, you're going to lose your staked hex. I suggest you download staker.app, paste your Ethereum wallet in there, and that just tracks your stakes, so you can see the penalties that you might have to pay. Okay. Yeah, so that was a quick rundown for you. Oh, dude, it's a pleasure. I can at least share this information with you guys. It's the least that I can do. I mean, we're so lucky that crypto exists, right? And we live in the time, and that we are able to delay gratification. Very few people, you know, can save. Many people are out partying on the weekends and spending all of their money on stupid things, and we're out here delaying gratification and learning and investing. What's wrong with us, right? What about Sushi BTC? Let's look at it for you. So if you want to trade, get more BTC, you'll use this coin. I mean, dude, that is your W over here. It's not the prettiest one. It'll look better on shorter time frames, but you do in fact have a small one. Once again, I'm laughing because this is perfect. This is what you're looking for, right? Let's look at Hex versus BTC, and it looks quite the same, right? In Hex, we have even more market structure. We have this massive W down here, right? And inside of that W, you've got this W here. And then again, this overall is also a good, or I mean, this part of this one. But here you have another one. I mean, W's market structure all around. And you see these are all higher lows. These are horizontal lines. It is picture perfect. I mean, now if you wanted maybe a better one, that would have, if that was a higher low, it would have been great. But this is textbook. We've broken the first downtrend. Let's see what's going on here. And we'll just extend that line to the right. And that's the last downtrend to break. And if we continue to create higher lows, we're going to crush, absolutely crush BTC. Pancake is looking juicy, like sushi. Pancake swap. Yeah, you would expect them to move together, right? Yeah, once again, looks great. Absolutely beautiful. It's amazing, just like, yeah. Beautiful W once again, eh? And as soon as, if the little lady wants to be conservative, she can wait for the 1,800 sats level. And if she wants to be her measured move, boom. Okay. Are you trading long? I invest, so yeah, mostly long. I'm mostly long spot. So when Richard R. forks ETH at the snapshot, will PHEX start at whatever price it is on the Ethereum network? I had someone say that the starting price depends on an opening bid. What does that mean? I'm confused. The starting price is going to be the ratio of the ETH and the HEX pair, right? There's an ETH and a HEX pair. They can harvest the liquidity Hex with. They can harvest the liquidity, but they're not going to be able to change this pair, this ratio. Now, this is going to be divided by, this ratio is going to be divided by a 10,000x, right? So 1, 2, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4. So the price is going to be, dude, You're breaking my brain. But either way, the ratio is going to be like that. Someone is going to come in and either buy up all of that cheap, but there's not going to be a lot of X in that liquidity pool because they're going to be buying out. So someone's going to come in and get a deal, and they're going to push the price up, and then price discovery is going to be happen. They're probably going to, if they're stupid, they're going to push the price up high, and someone's going to dump it down low, and yeah, we'll see what happens. Someone, yeah, someone's going to get a deal, right? But you're going to have to be super quickly. So rich, okay. When I'm rich, I'll buy you a nice steak dinner, bro. Yes, please do. Do you think there will be a rubber band effect going back and forth between P hex and E hex? Like people are going to be jumping back and forth and just making money non-stop with this work in theory. You can ratio trade this, yes, of course. Just like we ratio trade, I mean, all of these X versus BTC pairs, the X versus ETH pairs, the sushi versus BNB pairs. Like that's what I am. I'm a ratio trader, right? So technically yes, but what I think Hart's law states that if these coins are pegged with massive amounts of liquidity, which I think is, because it's going to be everyone's going to get a free copy, and all of them that have liquid can then stake it in this pool. So I think it's going to be quite thick order books, which means they're going to be moving not much. So the gains are going to be by going to be at providing liquidity and not actually, I think, at ratio trading. But you're going to be able to ratio trade, and it's not to say that you're going to be making infinite amounts of money. People like me are going to do well if I stick to my plan, right? But it is hard, right? You need to be consistent. You need to stick to your rules. You need to risk. You need to manage your risk. You need to do the work. And this is a job, right? Whereas hexes, you just take it and you just freaking chill, right? So if you do have time to be doing this, great, do it. But have a plan. Know how to manage your risk, and do not get wrecked, right? Be responsible, right? It's not just your resources you're working with if you have a family, right? Or even if you have plans of having a family in the future, you shouldn't be selfish. Bro, you're a legend. I'm glad you're enjoying the things I have to say. Liquidity. That was a Coke bottle. I'll put this side because that's very bright. We'll exit this. We'll exit this. Near Protocol. Near Protocol is a layer 1 VC backed coin. Let's see how long we've been streaming. Are you guys getting exhausted from me already? It's been an hour. Near Protocol can't be interested up here. But once again, it looks beautiful, right? No split section. It might just come down there. It might not. But you've missed the boat on this one. Link. Chain Link. Man, we've been waiting for Link to do its thing. Is this just a plain meme coin? Well, we've broken down trends. We're creating a small like lots of these coins look like this. Creating market structure below the reload zone. This is where markets tend to bottom, right? Not in here. This is the accumulation zone, but they tend to bottom down below it. And do not be surprised if this creates its little W and off it goes. It's just a meme, like many of the memes. Most things are memes in crypto, right? Let's TRX actually looks good. Tron. I mean, it's done nothing. It's just been moving sideways. And if it decides to break out, it's going to do like the length of this thing. Yeah, I mean, I know that looks retarded, guys, but it just gives you an idea of where this thing might be going in the future. Okay, I mean, it's so low. There's nothing if the little lady puts a small percentage in here and, you know, puts sells half on a double, puts her limits order in, and just forgets about it, right? So that's Tron. Let's quickly link USD price. A small little W there inside of the reload zone. It hasn't created a proper one yet. This was a V bottom, so expect this to hold a little better. Let's look at Tron USD. A very nice W. The little lady can wait for the breakout level, the breakout zone, or the breakout level at 7 cents before going long. I'm pretty sure this is still in the reload zone. Yeah, it is. And the breakout level as well, if she wants to be conservative. If she wants a deal, she'll have to wait for it maybe to come down a little bit, but either way, I mean, I can't fault her for getting a little bit over here. I mean, do we want to look at Bitcoin Cash? So it created this retarded little W, and probably, I mean, it's broken lows. This disqualifies it for the little lady. She's not interested in coins that have broken their lows, and it's broken its all-time lows, so she has to walk away from this one. We'll cover one more. Yeah, no, we just coincidentally covered BCH. Maybe you guys can put in a suggestion, and then we'll finish it at that. Can we check MRI before we go? Yeah, we'll do MRI. I checked it earlier. It's above the reload zone. But I showed you guys in my videos, before it even broke down, where you should get it. I covered it quickly in one of my videos. Yeah, and it's unfortunately it has broken out now, and it's in it's already broken its W. It's retracing a little bit now, but now you've got complicated taxes and gas fees to take into consideration. You have to take in the 30 or 40% tax, so you have to add that on top of your double. Yeah, so it's complicated. And I'm not going to go into tips to show you how to do that. You should just be able to do that math yourself. My favorite time frames, the higher the better. I'm a big fan of martial arts fans, so I got sucked in. I don't regret it, but it's a valuable and expensive lesson not to buy tops. Yeah, don't buy the nosebleed section and not the tops. You just pull up your Fibonacci tool, and if it's not in this area, if it's not below it, you're not interested. Very easy. Just protect you from yourself. I mean, like it or not, this is probably going to continue. Do not hate it, do not date it, okay? That means do not get overly invested in the narrative or anything like that. The narratives are pretty much memes, right? Now, fortunately, I fell in love with Hex, and I went all in hard. But there are good principles that Hex has long-term principles. It's a store of value. It has audits, right? It has proven itself. It popularized Uniswap. It has an incredible founder. I mean, people are locking up billions for 15 years. Okay, we'll not go into those things. So just be warned, because there are thousands of coins, and they've got professional marketing teams behind them, right? Yeah. Okay. What's your favorite time frame? The higher the possible. Please look at XVH. It has formed a bottom and around this price. Okay, let's look at it. Isn't this Haven X? Yeah, X HV. Yeah, Haven protocol. KubeCoin I have. Yeah, beautiful. It's already broken out. Although it's created new lows, unfortunately. Let's look at the BTC pairing. Okay, so this looks a little bit better. Maybe, yeah, it hasn't traded that long. Yeah, so this looks very well, very good. Email me if you guys, or message me if you want a referral link for Bittrex. And yeah, this is where you want to be getting it. It would have been awesome to have gotten in it at the 88.6 level. Sometimes you can just wait for these coins at these levels. I mean, and if the coin never comes down there, there are going to be coins that are going to be down there. And as you said, it's created a beautiful W here. And yeah, it's overperformed. I can't disqualify the little lady for getting it here if she wanted to be a little bit patient, because it looks a little toppy, right? Maybe she can wait for 7,200 sats level to get it there. But yeah, that's that. And with that being said, we will finish that video at that. Thank you for watching it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I think you've learned something, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Cheers.